Weather Scope.
National Weather Service personnel just reported some severe thunderstorm activity in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
We've got some activity. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for parts of Puerto Rico.
Wow.
So not only is there action here, but out on the islands, too.
Right.
We've got monsoon going in the desert southwest. Flash flooding has been reported in Arizona. Heavy rain in Colorado. Full details coming up on that in just a moment. Good evening, I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Kim Perez. But first we focus on the front that is going to bring cooler temperatures to much of the east. Today it brought thunderstorms and rain to the mid-Atlantic states. In D.C., the nation's capital, brief thunderstorms this afternoon helped to relieve the heat. Temperatures dropped over 10 degrees from the mid-80s to the low 70s, and the wind picked up. Tomorrow the area is going to be drier with lots of sunshine and a pleasant breeze. The temps will be in the upper 70s, believe it or not. Well, looking into Columbus, Ohio, well, some flooding problems there earlier this afternoon. You woke up to some thunderstorms, and it was still raining during the morning rush hour, but the sun broke out, and it turned out to be a nice day with low humidity and breezy conditions. And tomorrow it's going to be unseasonably cool with temperatures in the 70s. Wow. Don't you wish it was the weekend? Then you really could have gone out and enjoyed this cool weather. Unfortunately, you have to go to work and sit inside. Maybe try to take a couple of days off because it's going to be fantastic in the next couple of days. It's because of this front. This front is coming to the south. It's going to bring drier and cooler air with it. It is a good front. Unfortunately, though, it also is producing some severe weather. We have some severe weather in eastern Tennessee to talk about this evening. Jefferson County, Hamden County, east of Knoxville under severe thunderstorms warnings at this time. Even Coffee County. And to the south we have a prefrontal trough here, and this has been instigating some trouble in South Carolina and North Carolina, and dew points are in the 60s and 70s. So we got a lot of juice to work with, and we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for southeastern North Carolina, including the Outer Banks, part of them anyway. So be on the lookout for these storms as they track off the coast. Here's the line right here. Fortunately, in the last hour or so, we have not had any warnings with these storms. So it is looking like it's starting to weaken somewhat with this line, but you could still expect some gusty winds and maybe some small hail with these storms. So if you're at the beach right now, hopefully you are indoors because, you know, lightning is the #1 killer as far as weather is concerned. So please be careful out there. And even around Charlotte, in Mecklenburg County, we had a couple of boats overturned in one of the lakes there, and even wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So, and that storm looks like it has weakened also, and the warning has been discontinued. Here's the storms now moving into Hamden and Jefferson counties, producing some severe weather just to the north and east of Knoxville. Even a few storms here across the deep south, none of these severe. Probably some lightning associated with them, though. And looking like Florida starting to dry out a little bit, maybe some rain around Broward County. Now in the northeast, different story. We do have some rain back behind us front in New York City and maybe heading to Boston here very shortly. You could see the rain just edging northward here. Now we also have some severe weather this evening in around northern Illinois, and it's back behind the front. There is a trough, a convergent area here at the surface, and we are seeing some severe weather in LaSalle County where we had wind gusts over 70 miles per hour, and now a warning in effect with this storm right here heading towards probably Champaign here very shortly. So in Ford County, a severe thunderstorm warning, so be careful. Looks like all the activity south of Interstate 85, so you're probably okay if you're heading out. Closer view just showing the storms moving off to the southeast, so Interstate 55 and 57 probably a little messy this evening. All right, well that's it for the east. Let's talk about what's happening in the west.
Well, Kim, it's one word. It's the monsoon. Rain has been reported in much of the desert southwest and the northwest, too. The western states are just covered with clouds, and in some cases we've had too much rain in too short of a time, especially in some of the valleys where the water just comes cascading down. And we had some heavy rain earlier today. The State Patrol was out helping some motorists who ended up getting stranded in, what is that, mud or something? Ugh, boy, oh boy. Dew point temperatures in the 50s and 60s, all the way up here to Spokane. That's an indication that the air is relatively moist. Well, it's absolutely moist. Not as moist as it is here in Orlando with a 76 dew point, but 58 is pretty moist for us here in Albuquerque. And there are some showers around, especially in northeastern Colorado, in association with that moist flow in off the Gulf of Mexico. And you can see some of those showers here. It's the Mexican monsoon here, too. That's what some people call it, as a matter of fact. We've got some showers just to the east of Albuquerque tonight, Moriarty on Interstate 40. We've had some very heavy rain. Reports of near 3 inches of rain near Flagstaff, near the Coconino and Yavapai County lines. Now we've got a severe thunderstorm out in the middle of the desert and moving away from Tucson and Phoenix, at least at this time. And that monsoon is on, the moisture, it's raining in Denver, temperature in the 60s, a cool night. Here in Salt Lake City, it's been raining in the 60s all day. Boy, oh boy, our high temperature was 81. That came before the sun came up this morning. And the moisture continues around. Of course, you've got a lot of mountains here in the west. So you take moist air, force it up a mountain range, add some heating of the day, and you're going to get a lot of rain. And where it rains, it's cool. It's cool. Where it's not raining, it's hot. And the heat is once again on in the LA basin. Chatsworth, California, with a high temperature report.